You need to let her go. I know. It's gonna hurt a little bit when you do. Oh, who am I kidding? It's gonna hurt a lot. But you're gonna be okay.
When you love someone, you don't stop, ever. Even when people roll their eyes or call you crazy, even then, especially then. You don't give up, because if I could give up, if I could just, take the whole world's advice and move on and find someone else, that wouldn't be love. That would be some other disposable thing that is not worth fighting for.
I was like so fucking lost.
Yeah. And who brought you back?
Me. I think you're the only person who can bring you back. Everybody can surround you. Everybody can say, hey, man, it's, what's going on? Are you all right? At the end of the day, you just have to take that love that you're offered and say, you know what, life is pretty.
I have a very hard time letting go. A very hard time letting go. If somebody dies, I can handle that. But loss and letting go of people I care about is really hard. And it's also coupled with this kind of style that I have of I'm very present, and then I need to go take care of myself, right?
And real reality is, no matter how much emotion and feeling you may have or how much hurt you may have, life has to go on. Life doesn't stop for anybody. So if you don't process that and understand that, you're stuck in whatever time period you got hurt forever. Forever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So grudges and anger and negativity, I don't have time for it because I'm living to do so much positive things.
Right.
I got so much,
Don't bathe
such a
in that.
positive outlook on everything else that's coming in the future. I can't stand in the past and bathe in what was wrong.
So I think just really, we also have to focus on our healing. Whenever a breakup happens, the mistake we make is that we think it's about healing from the breakup. No, it's healing from everything you've been through. You've probably been sweeping under the rug your childhood trauma for years, maybe the last 2-3 relationships, whatever it is. So, and not healing from those things is contributing to your struggle to get past this breakup and contributing to why you even chose this person to begin with. I'm a huge believer that if you haven't healed, you are 90% likely to choose the wrong person.
Yeah.
It's just too difficult to pick that person that you truly love and can truly love you and accept that level of vulnerability when you have still not resolved your past traumas and past hurt.
The idea of things ending is super hard. And as a consequence, I've stayed in relationships far too long. I mean, I sometimes joke, but it's not funny. My breakup protocol sucks, and it really needs work because everyone close to me who knows me really well and who I trust says, you stay in relationships way too long that we're either fated to fail or that we're clearly going to fail. At some point, you just kept slogging away.
You have to reach a state where you've learned to let it go. That's what it's all about. It's all about letting go. Not letting go of life, letting go of the stuff you stored inside that you couldn't handle.
And let me tell you something I've realized: love, effort, attention. Those things can't be forced. They've got to come naturally. And if I'm constantly the one who cares more, who tries harder, then maybe I need to step back. Maybe it's time to stop chasing someone who only makes time for me when it fits their schedule. Because love isn't about convenience, it's about consistency. It's about showing up even when it's not easy. I deserve someone who values me the way I value them. Someone who doesn't leave me feeling like I'm always waiting, always second guessing my worth. So if you only text me when you've got time, then maybe it's time I stop replying. Because at the end of the day, I'm not just someone's afterthought, I'm worth more than that.
You are feeling guilt because you broke up with someone, right? I've been there, man. I feel you, dude. The hardest thing to do really is to be honest with somebody and let them go when you don't feel like it's a right fit. Some of the reasons why I feel guilty or have felt guilty in the past from my experience is that I was uncertain. I didn't trust myself. Even though I knew that it was the right move, I just didn't trust myself, man. I didn't feel confident in who I was, no matter what decision I was making. So to make a big choice, like to let somebody go that I had cared about at one time, at least decently. It sounds like you cared about this woman. It was very jarring afterwards. It's like you have like returner's remorse a little bit. You know, I think what you need to do is just trust your instincts.
Move on. Straight up, move on. Forget them. They are lying and they are untrustworthy. So move on. Now, sometimes this can be hard, especially if they've somehow tied themselves into your life, especially like, for instance, you get the kids involved in a divorce scenario. You can't move on, but you have to mentally move on. You have to emotionally detach from that human, and that's hard to do because obviously they were someone that you trusted. And the reason I know that you trusted them is because they got to a point where they were able to betray your trust and destroy you. So it's hard. But the fact that you trusted them, the fact that you had that relationship, that's even more reason to walk away. It's even more reason to move on. You got to see them for what they are.
You text me when you have time. I text you as soon as I see your message. That right there, that's the difference between us. For me, it's not just about replying, it's about showing that I care. It's about showing that you matter enough for me to make you a priority. But for you, I'm just another task on your list.
But I've been very fortunate that that hasn't happened. But the dumb shit that I've done or the bad mistakes that I've made, they've taught me. You know, you learn. Like, that's why failure is so important. Like, failing and fucking up and making mistakes, it's very important. That's how you learn. That's how the bad feeling that you get from something that you shouldn't have done or wish you didn't do or wish you did better. Like, especially failing at something where you half-assed it and you just feel like a fucking loser. Like, that just teaches you. It teaches you.
What I'm saying is I'm always waiting for everything to be perfect before I live my life. I'm always waiting for everything to be perfect before I live my life. As soon as these things line up, I'm going to live my life. Man, I'm so guilty of that. As soon as this new medicine I'm using helps me, and as soon as this shirt I ordered come in, and as soon as I learn Spanish, as soon as I learn Spanish really well, like I'm a blue belt or whatever in it. But I always want to wait till everything's perfect. Dust